Hello, investors. Hope you are doing well, both health wise and wealth wise. This is Manish Shah from UpperCrust Wealth PMS, covering portfolio and market outlook for the month of July 2023. First of all, I would like to congratulate all my fellow Indians on the successful launch of Chandrayaan 3 by ISRO. Now, let us hope it successfully lands on the moon on 23rd August and we all can overcome the unfortunate incident that happened with Chandrayaan 2. Now, coming to the markets, about that, I can only tell one thing. It wasn't the only ISRO which was flying the rockets last month. Nifty too had its fair bit of share. Market zoomed over 6% in last 1 month and closed at 19,979, just 20 points away from the historic mark of 20,000 Nifty. The result season also kicked in. Overall, there was a little buoyancy in the PSU banks results, while IT sector spoiled the party headed by the Infosys. With the most companies' results yet to be announced, we can expect to say that market is heading towards a new high. Coming to the macro outlook, on the domestic macro front, CPI inflation spiked a bit to 4.81% in June after hitting a multi-month low of 4.25% in May this year. It is now highest in 3 months. The WPI inflation is at around 4.12% in June 23, up by from 3.48% in May this year, led by the favorable base effect and continued softening in commodity prices. Apart from the progress of El Nino effect and food inflation, the silver lining is seen in the core inflation, which declined in June compared to May. Core inflation in this case may nullify the effect of food and fuel. India's IIP data shows the output has risen by 5.2% over a year, while the manufacturing has risen by 5.7%. That appears decent for sure, but the same comparison with the pre-pandemic data shows that industry still has headroom to cover. Brent crude was stable and GST collections rose 12% YOY. INR was stable and closed at around 82.1. Covering the global outlook, global macroeconomic indicators look like turning more comfortable as we head to the second half of 2023. Inflation on the back of softer commodity prices and base effect should inch down gradually. Global food inflation largely remained in check in June, with the food price index declining. The US Feds and other central banks on rate hike. 1 or 2 rate hike seems enough, and in fact we should start hearing the murmurs of rate cuts by the start of next year. On each passing day, the probabilities of global recession is decreasing. Coming to the portfolio performance of UpperCrust Wealth, UpperCrust PMS performance, our portfolio generated a 3.6% returns in the past 1 month, more or less in line with the benchmark. This underperformance or performance can be explained by some changes in our portfolio constituents, and it will offset going further. On a YTD basis, we continue to outperform the benchmark, generating a strong alpha of 4.5%. There are a couple of changes in our top 5 holdings compared to the last month. Our top holding is in Hindustan Aeronautics, around 12.94%, Tube Investments, 10.15%, Mazgaon Dock, 8.45%, Grindwell Norton, 7.57%, and Carborundum Universal, 7.09%. These changes explain the shift in our presence from consumer goods and infrastructure theme to aerospace and defense. We believe aerospace and defense is well placed for the next few years, and it will help our portfolio in outperforming the broader markets. In nutshell, the Indian equities need 2 things to come true for them to head for the moon. Earnings must meet expectations, and US economy must engineer a soft landing. We may need Chandrayaan 3 to land safely for a national pride, but we need the US economy to do a safe lending to hit our investment stride. With this, I will stop my today's you can say coverage on my portfolio and market outlook. Thank you. Wish you all the best.